Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we are talking about our favorite show, The L Word, Generation Q, Season 3. And we've had some news that accidentally slipped out. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to explain everything. And I know a lot of people know about this already because it's been all over social media. And when I woke up this morning, I had a lot of messages. So thank you to everyone who messaged me. And let's get right into it. But make sure that you're subscribed to the channel because it's officially kicking off season 3 and all of the chats and speculation and theories and everything that goes along with it. So if you were here last year when I did season 2, you'll remember that we followed everything extensively and I brought you guys the news a lot of the time before it was official. So make sure you're subscribed, and if you weren't here last year, you're in luck because I've got even better contacts this year for season 3. So thank you so much if you subscribed, and if you're looking forward to season 3, make sure to leave a like on the video. So what has happened? Basically, in a nutshell, Ari Mandy, who plays Danny, her management company accidentally let the cat out of the bag about season 3 yesterday. I'll put the post on the screen, but basically Ari's management company were saying that Ari's going to spend the rest of the winter filming as a principal cast member, main cast member in a film in Canada, and then she will be returning to her series regular role in Showtime's The L Word for season 3. So this was put up and then very, very quickly, like in a flash, it was taken down. And not only did they remove the L Word bit, they left everything else. They closed the comments. So they didn't want anybody drawing attention to it or speculating on it. But of course, everyone went wild. So let me explain why I think this is actual slippage of news and not, if this was, there's certain other circumstances where if someone posted something like this, I'd be like, maybe they don't know. But this is a management company, and not only a management company, but a small management company. And also Ari is one, well, in my opinion anyway, it looks as though Ari is one of like their biggest clients. But let me just go into all the detail. So a management company for an actor is basically someone who is going to be able to help you with all aspects of your career. Like they're going to be able to do contract stuff for you. They're going to be advise you about financial stuff. They're going to be absolutely like doing everything they can to help you have a successful career, because generally management companies take anything between 10 to 20%. 10's about the normal now. It used to be 15, but it's about 10% of your earnings. So if you're doing well as an actor, your management company is doing well. So they know everything about your career, your contracts, your businesses, what you're shooting, what you're doing. And whereas an agent will have, an entire enormous roster of clients, a management company or manager usually has a smaller group of clients. So they're a lot more personalized, know a lot more what's going on. And as I said, this company isn't a huge company. It's unusual for managers to have a really big amount of people on their books. And you can definitely tell that this company, like they're not some company that has, 10,000 employees or something. Like they have about 1,000 followers on Instagram. So I'm sure that obviously it's not just like one person running it, but there won't be some enormous army of interns. Like with the whole IMDb thing, like IMDb is pretty unreliable depending on who's updating it, and a lot of the time it is just an intern on a really big film or movie that's updating it, so they are not necessarily in the know and things like that. But in this situation, the management company is absolutely definitely in the know. Like, they will know what's going on, and it just depends. Obviously, we don't know who wrote this and who posted it, but I feel as though maybe when they posted it, like, yes, they made a mistake and they've obviously let it out of the bag early, but the fact that they like so quickly deleted it, reposted it, and then closed the comments, like, that just made it even more guilty. Like, I would have done something, like, if that was me, I would have made a funny joke or something, but it's because they were trying a little bit too hard by closing the comments too. So they probably got a bit of a angry phone call from Showtime maybe. And I mean, as I've said from even before season 2 finished, I said season 3 is in the bag, don't worry about it. And I have said for a few months now that I believe that season 3 is secured, and they just haven't announced it yet because nothing has been announced from Showtime except Yellow Jackets, which I explained in my other video. The reason that happened is because, like with the L Word, when Yellow Jackets started, they were always given a 2-season deal. Like, there was never any chance that they weren't going to get a second season. Everything was already sorted. And also the show, it's a new show. It's been very successful. It's a very like theory and prediction heavy show. So that's the exception rather than the rule, because everything else is waiting on renewal. And as I have spoken to Showtime several times, they keep telling me that this is just the way they do things now. They've changed it because of COVID. And I wouldn't be surprised if there was some sort of, you know, the way a lot of the shows, like I know the CW does this, I think ABC does this, where they basically renew all their shows at once, and it will be like, you know, like a couple of news articles and stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was something like this for Showtime now, where, who knows, the end of the month they say, oh hey, you know, we've renewed these 5 shows or whatever it is, because there are always, with CW and other ones, there's always situations where there are shows that have been the huge, you know, hits and things like that, and then they are renewed early, but most of the time they are renewed in chunks like this. So I think that will be the case here. I did fire off a few little messages this morning to some of my people that I talked to. So we'll see what comes back, because there's been a lot of zipper face emojis over the Christmas break. So do with that information what you will. But as I've said since the very beginning, I'm not worried about season 3. And if anything, I am sitting pretty after reading this, because it's just more fuel to the fire that I think, of course, that season 3 will be back. I mean, overall, season 3, as I said, I'm very confident, and I see us finding out very, very soon. Also, another thing to kind of talk about with what they said here is that Ari's obviously going to film a movie over winter and then returning to do season 3. So as I've been saying for a long time now, this also tracks with what I've been saying, that I think that they are going to go back to writing the show about March time. And then that would mean that they'd have about 2 months of trying to get at least the first half of the season written. And then that would have the cast coming back in about May. You know, though obviously the crew and stuff will go back a week, 2 weeks before that, get everything prepped. And then I would say they'd be looking at filming May until probably October, November, more likely November. And then we could possibly get the show in December. So that seems to be the best timeline at the moment. As I said, I will, of course, be keeping everyone up to date on everything that's going on. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you are following me on social media, because I post a lot over there. And I also normally post a little snippets of information before I go and make my video. So that's a good place to follow me. And I do also have a Patreon and a merch store. I have some new merch in there at the moment if you want to check it out. And as always, make sure to stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.